We've talked before about the wild things your brain can do, how it can heal you, how it can even rewrite your past without you knowing it. But today, we're diving into something that happens in a flash, that bizarre, uncanny feeling where your mind just swears you've been here before. Let's get into the strange world of deja vu.
You know the sensation, right? You walk into a room for the very first time, or you're in the middle of a totally new conversation, and bam, this overwhelming wave of familiarity washes over you. It's not quite a memory, but it feels like you're watching a perfect rerun of a show that never aired. The French, of course, have a name for it that just nails it. Deja vu, which literally means already seen. And that's exactly what it is. It's this strange little hiccup in your reality. This feeling that the present moment is somehow echoing something that's already happened. And man, what a feeling it is. It's so personal, isn't it? It's not really something you can turn to your friend and say, "Hey, are you getting this too?" It's this quiet, internal flash that just for a second makes you question everything. It's like a personal system error in the code of your own reality.
But here's the truly wild part. As weird and personal as it feels, almost everybody experiences this. Some studies say up to 97% of us have felt it. So this little ghost in our mental machine is basically a universal human experience. And yet, for something so common, it's still one of the biggest mysteries in neuroscience. So what do we do when we can't explain something, especially when it's happening inside our own heads? Well, we tell stories. We come up with all kinds of incredible ideas to try and make sense of that glitch. And these stories usually fall into two big camps. On one side, you've got the more mystical, paranormal ideas. You know, that maybe you're getting a quick flash from a past life, or you're seen through the eyes of yourself in a parallel universe. And then you have the neuroscience camp, which says it's something a little less magical, but honestly way more fascinating. Just a brief miscommunication, a little crossed wire inside your brain. So let's set the myths aside for a minute. When that wave of impossible familiarity hits you, what is actually going on up there? What gears are turning and what signals are getting crossed to create that feeling? That's what we're going to break down. All right, so the leading scientific theory doesn't involve past lives or alternate timelines. It frames deja vu as a biological event. The best way to think about it, your brain is doing a double take on reality, but it happens so fast that all you perceive is the echo. This is called the dual processing theory, and it's our best guess right now. So here's how it works. Everything you see and hear is coming into your brain through multiple channels at once, and they're all supposed to sync up perfectly to create one smooth experience. But every now and then, one of those channels has a tiny hiccup, a delay of just milliseconds. So the first signal comes in and your brain processes it as right now. Then the exact same signal arrives a split second later. Your brain, trying to make sense of this duplicate information, makes a mistake. It labels that second signal as a memory. So let's be super clear here. You aren't seeing the future. You're not tapping into some mystical memory from the past. Your brain is literally just experiencing the exact same now twice, and it accidentally files the second one in the wrong cabinet, the one labeled memories. Okay, so if deja vu is just a tiny processing error, why does it feel so profound, so meaningful? Well, because that tiny little crack in your perception, that brief misfire, it does more than just explain the feeling. It gives us an incredible peek into how your memory actually works all the time. This, right here, is the key. We love to think our memory is like a video camera, perfectly recording events just as they happened. But it's not even close. Every single time you remember something, your brain isn't just playing back a file, it's actively rebuilding that memory from scratch. And that little delay we talked about, it's proof. It shows that the feeling of a memory can be created by mistake, revealing that memory itself is an act of creation, not just recall. And that's what's so cool about deja vu. It's not really a flaw in the system. It's more like a rare look behind the curtain. For just a split second, you get to feel the gears turning. You get to experience the raw, messy process of your brain taking in a fire hose of data and actively constructing what you perceive as your smooth, seamless reality. And that leaves us with one final, pretty mind-bending thought. Deja vu proves that your brain can generate the feeling of a past that never actually existed. It shows that the feeling of a memory and the reality of a memory can be two totally different things. So if your brain has the power to create a false past, what does that say about the present it's building for you right this very second?